football team or it's, you know, group, you know, collaborations with at work or whatever, it's all about chemistry, I think. You know, finding the right people and being able to communicate in a way with each other to create a best product, you know, having the mutual respect for each other to understand that, you know, I recognize what that person I'm in a group with has to offer to the project, and I respect that person, and I will also listen to what that person has to say. You know, that type of communication is very important. I think Nico and I were lucky to sort of find that in our, you know, relationship, and sort of growing it from there. It's definitely a way of thinking that, you know, being two is sort of better than one. That's sort of the way we see it. You know, it's an advantage, because where I'm weak, let's say we do a press day or a promo day, and I'm totally off all day, he'll sort of be there to just correct it, for example. Or we're on stage and something happens, and maybe I'm on point. You know, it's a good thing. Just use it. You know, in the studio, he got different ideas, I got different ideas. Okay, how can we melt those two ideas together and make it the best? So I think that's a really cool thing about being two, and I think that's important. Like I said, at any collaboration.
So I will always listen to Vince's ideas, and he will always listen to my ideas, you know, to make the best product possible. Never shut down each other's ideas, never say no in the studio. But I mean, let's try it out. And we're open towards other people as well. Like if there's a producer in the room, I mean, we'll tell them, okay, so don't think that you have to just sit, make the beat, and then sit in the corner. You can come and write with us. We do all this together, and it comes out the best way. You know, just throw in ideas every day with everything we do. For a positive cause. Just us being two young guys from Africa and Norway, writing positive music, I think is something that's different from what a lot of people do. And a lot of people, well, especially in America, maybe a lot of people write, you know, more with lyrics that are more about things that may not, you know, be productive, things that like girls or money and, you know, drugs and stuff. And I think a lot of people have found that really refreshing, that we write something that's, you know, really, I mean, positive and productive. And I think you can contribute in so many ways. And even if we don't do humanitarian or associate with that, or I mean humanitarian work, still just being African and having reached the level that we are is also something that, you know, means a lot, I think, to a lot of Africans and maybe to people all over the world also. To just represent Africa, Norway, I mean, Europe, basically where we are from, in a positive way is something that's good too. I believe that anyways. The news is TV shows like everything else, and very often they will portray things that sells, you know, and you never know. I'm from Ivory Coast, and I remember back in, even when there was a civil war in Ivory Coast, that what they talked about in the news wasn't the same as what happened in the country that people would tell us had happened. So you never know how things are being portrayed, and it's going through so many people that when the story comes out, it may not be the exact same story that's out there. But then again, I just hope that the situation can get better. A lot of people are suffering because of the disease, and I think that I think it probably will stop eventually, but hopefully the West also will help, you know, to prevent so that least people will die from the disease. And you can see that happening too, because it's a threat also to the Western world. So they are actively in there in many places trying to help. I said it before you came in. Is a mix of that urban or rap history or background we have, and also the African music we grew up listening to because we're Africans, and the more pop Scandinavian type of vibe or approach to music that we also have within us because we are Norwegian. So all of that together in one pot created or made like the Nico and Vinz sound. And it's the sound that you hear in Am I Wrong, in the new single In Your Arms, and also through the rest of the album that's out. Big cities, and even more especially in Oslo, the capital, is very mixed up. You know, a lot of different races. In our neighborhood, we grew up with everything from Africans to Pakistani to Vietnamese, and you know, everything. So you'll hear that in the music, and like I said, it's just this mix of everything we are. growing up, everything we were, everything we still are, of course, in the music. And I think it's something that's refreshing, and I think the younger generations are getting more and more mixed up. And we really want to, just promote that by being ourselves, by being Norwegians, being Africans, being all of these things that we just put together. And honestly, it's almost like we're just being us. We don't really think too much about race or whatever we are, where we're from and stuff. We're just being us, and this is what people hear when they listen to it. I think that's really cool.